Hey folks, Steve Bird here. Just wanted to give you a little update about the book that just recently released, The Preacher, the Pistol, and the Noose. It's my first full-blown Western. Although a lot of you have read especially the Shepherd series and even Breaking the Beast to a point, you could probably sense some Western undertones in those books. The Old West and the Western genre has always been something that's had a close place to my heart, and I couldn't hold back any longer. I had to jump right into that genre, and I had a great time doing it. I had this idea for this book, just kind of appeared to me one day, and for those of you who've read it, you know what I mean, and for those of you who are not, it's not a spoiler, but in the opening scene, Pastor Clayton Stevens, who's not this guy, goes to the local county courthouse in Briscoe County, Texas in 1893, spring of 1893, when those panhandle counties were just getting up and organized, to basically read the last rites to, or visit with the condemned, with a guy by the name of Henry Dark, who goes by Hank Dark. That's who this guy is. And my vision was for Hank to tell his life story kind of in the not interrogation room, but the holding room with the pastor prior to his execution. And I went into it kind of wanting to write the whole book with the story he's telling in that moment, but it grew from there. There was things that came to me while I was writing that just pushed me in another and better direction, I believe, to a story that I deeply love and cherish. I had a great time writing this. Those of you who know me personally, you know I'm also into the guns of the period. The gentleman who wrote the foreword for the book, Mike Venturino, he has written many books on old buffalo guns and the lever guns of the Old West and Colts of the Old West, and he's wrote for virtually every gun magazine there is for decades, and he is an expert on guns of the Old West. And that's actually what brought Mike and me together as personal friends, was him reading some of my other books, like The Shepherd, for instance, where I used an old 38 WCF single-action Army Colt rechambered to a 357 mag because it was worn out and it kind of needed to be redone. And that was carried by one of the characters in that series, and it was, a modern or kind of near future scenario, but he still carried that old classic single-action Colt. Well, that kind of brought me and Mike together, and I've been out to his place in Montana a bunch of times and got to shoot a lot of his real old antique weapons, and he's the one that got me into sharps. Matter of fact, the sharps that I own came from his personal collection, so you've no doubt saw a recurring theme of the Sharps buffalo gun in a lot of my books, and it'll of course show itself here as well. So anyway, this book is near and dear to me. I hope you enjoy reading it. I hope you give it a look. There's just something to that Old West. There's a romance to it in my mind that revolves around the fact that they're not bothered by all of the things in today's world that we're not bothered by, that we are bothered by. They're not bothered by, I got an appointment on Tuesday, I got to pay this bill tomorrow, this is due next Thursday, I've got this report, this meeting. They don't have any of that, and especially if you look at the old cattle drive stuff. They go to work and they get there when they get there, they sleep wherever they end up that night, on those long cattle drives going hundreds and hundreds of miles, pushing huge herds. That, to me, I know it was a rough life and it was a difficult life, but there's something about the freedom associated with living your day by the day and what it presents to you instead of living by a calendar or a schedule. So that old era is very appealing to me for that reason. So anyway, I hope you give the book a shot. You can find it now on Kindle Unlimited, and in paperback on Amazon. I'll put links in the description of this video. The audio book will be coming soon. I'm going to narrate that one myself, just like I did my most recent book. My voice, for those of you who know me, just getting over the commie virus, and it's laid a whooping on my chest a little bit. So my voice isn't quite where it needs to be to do all the characters without going into a coughing fit or clearing my throat constantly. So once my body cooperates, I'm gonna get my little makeshift sound booth set back up, and I'm gonna get to recording the audiobook version of The Preacher, the Pistol, and the Noose. So really look forward to that, and I hope y'all enjoy it. If you do read it, please shoot me some feedback. Let me know what you think. It's my first full-blown Western, so I'm anxious to get your feedback. But it definitely won't be my last. I think I've found my zone with this genre. So thanks for watching. Again, you can check out the links in the book description or the video description below to find the paperback and the Kindle copies. And I greatly appreciate your time. Have a great day, and stay safe out there.